how many moves. Dispatching trucks, broker to get bucks. Got duties pulling up, giving knowledge, that's what's up. This the many moves, this is how many moves. This the many moves, this is how many moves. Dispatching trucks, broker to get bucks. Got duties pulling up, giving knowledge, that's what's up. Hot shot stay ready to book a load. Many movement trucks seen all over the road. CEO, commit, execute.
Get to it today. Ain't nothing like it. Beautiful Florida. Nothing like it. Sunshine State. Man, I'm just around here looking around right now. I woke up early this morning. Like I told you guys, man, it's 3 things that I'm gonna do. Especially when I put it down on paper, write my goals and my mission down. I'm gonna do 3 things. I'm gonna commit, I'm gonna execute, and I'm gonna be obsessed about it. Like I told you guys, I'm going to school to be a private pilot. So this morning I woke up, had to go find me a little coffee shop, pretty nice coffee shop too. And I had to go do some studying. You know, like I said, man, I'm trying to learn how to fly. So I'm out here right now on my little break. Anytime I go out, I always wanna get in the area where it makes me feel good. You know, I know people that live down here in Florida, it's just like a natural energy, you know? Like I'm telling you guys, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm from Naptown, you know? I love my city, but I'm gonna tell you like this, when I go home, I can't wait till I come back here. It's just something here, it's like this natural, you know, energy. If you know about it, if you from Florida or if you lived in Florida or if you live here now, you can understand what I'm trying to relay to you right now. So, man, let's get off into it. March 20th through the 21st, I will be hosting, conducting, and teaching a live webinar training covering freight brokering. So this is for you guys out there who inspire to want to become freight brokers. You guys can enroll into this training. I'm going to teach you everything from the basics of starting the LLC, acquiring your EIN number, and going out and finding your actual customers and your shippers so that you guys can start building your business. I'm also going to be teaching you guys how to scale your business, how to grow your business too, how to hire agents, how to train agents to come and work under your company, hire them on as freight agents, sit back, get a percentage off of every load that they broker out. So also, let me tell you guys too, April the 10th, I will be hosting, teaching, and conducting a live dispatcher training too. So I'm excited about doing these live trainings again, getting back, able to interact with my students too. You know, so this is going to be awesome. April 10th, live freight dispatcher training. Both trainings, the first 25 people that sign up, 50% off. 50 people will be on that training, and that's it. I only have spots for 50 people. So while we're talking about freight brokering right now, let's roll off into this content on why I no longer truck and I focus more in on freight brokering. So let me tell you guys, this is just my experience and my opinion. You know, we are going to experience things on our own, and that's what's going to basically give us, a way to form our own opinions. So, like I said, at the end of the day, this is just my experience. So when I first got off into trucking in 2017, I started with the hotshot trucks, just like you guys know. Then eventually I started to broker freight, and I had start sitting back. First off, I learned a lot about just operating a trucking company. You know, by dealing and dispatching my own trucks, I was learning so much about, you know, freight brokering indirectly because I was dealing with them every day by booking loads. And then I started to notice, like, man, I know these guys are making good money. And the reason why I knew that they were making good money because it was this Landstar agent. He was a real cool guy too. And I like to talk too. And I feel if you are not afraid to open your mouth in this world, you know, like they say, closed mouths don't get fed. You could get some information. So I was just talking to him, and he just told me how much money he made off the load at the time. It was like $300 or $400. And then I did the calculations on my end on how much I was going to make, because as the company owner of the trucking company, you got a whole bunch of overhead, driver pay, insurance, trailer note, truck note, unexpected maintenance, fuel. Man, it's so much. IFTA. Like, it's just overhead on top of overhead when it comes to trucking. So I did my calculations, and I'm like, man, this guy's gonna make more money than me, and I got the equipment. And I already had my freight brokers, but if you guys follow me, I didn't do nothing with my freight brokers for the first year. So that moment right there inspired me to basically get on the gas to start my freight brokerage. Because I'm like, man, he's sitting back, he's not even paying that much in overhead, and I'm out here paying a killing in overhead. And if you own a trucking company, you guys can understand and relate right now. You know, there is good money to be made in trucking, but it just depends on how you're operating too, you know, in the trucking industry. Like I always tell you guys, if you're gonna start out, go start out, buy your own truck, buy your own trailer, get your own authority, and drive that truck yourself. And I'm trying to tell you guys to stack up a good amount of money that way, and then start expanding. If you wanna go buy some trucks, some more trucks and trailers, and hire some drivers, you can do that too. But just remember, doing that is always going to accumulate more and more overhead. So I started to realize in business, you always want to figure out how can you decrease your overhead to increase your profit. So that's why I got off in the freight broker, and I stopped doing the trucking, because the trucking, it still brought in revenue, but it was still just too much overhead being put out. So I felt that I could dedicate more time into the brokerage, and I could make way more money if I stopped doing the trucking and dedicate the time to where the money is being made a little bit faster, a little bit more aggressively, and also with less overhead. So that's pretty much why I stopped trucking. And like I'm telling you guys out there, it's not to discourage anyone from starting a trucking company, because that's how I started. You know, so if I never started my trucking company back in 2017, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now too. You know, so like I'm telling you, you guys can make good money starting your trucking company, but there's a lot of money to be made on the freight brokering side. A lot of truckers don't really like freight brokers. The truckers who don't like freight brokers are the ones who never will become a freight broker, or someone who is not even thinking about becoming a freight broker. Look, you gotta be like this in life to me. Everything is just business, you know? It's just business. Life is business. You know, every day we're living in this world, like I'm telling you guys, we're being forced to make money because we have to go spend it. So it's just all business. So when I was trucking and I was dealing with freight brokers, I eventually started to understand, man, it's just business. Because I was running my trucking company and my freight brokerage at the same time, too. So one day I might wear my trucking hat, and then one day I might wear my freight broker hat. But like I say, with the trucking, I'm no longer doing and operating the trucking. I actually took my trucks and I lease them out now to other people who want to get into the business, you know? So that's the way that I'm helping out now too, is I'm taking my trucks, my trailers, and I'm leasing them to people who just want to come into the business. And what I'm doing is recommending that whoever wants to lease my trucks, I want them to come in as an owner-operator that's willing to drive that truck too. I don't want them to go hire nobody or nothing, because you guys got to start figuring out how can you decrease your overhead. So anyway, we're coming up on 10 minutes. Like I say, man, I want to keep my videos from about 5 to 10 minutes. At the end of the day, like I'm telling you guys out there, man, just learn as much as you can too. You know, you guys can operate a trucking company, you guys can operate a freight brokerage, you guys can operate a dispatching company. You could do it all, you know. you just don't have to do one thing anyway in this world, you know. So just remember that. Just take that right there. You know, don't really think about, should I go trucking, dispatching, or brokering right now. Think about, how can you do it all at the end of the day, you know. So like I told you guys at the beginning of the video, live webinars coming up, man. Good training over freight broker and dispatching. Everything is in the description box below. Go get your 30-day free trial with DAT. Go sign up with TAFS, Trans-Am Financial Services. If you guys are looking for a factoring service out there, if you guys have any questions, hit me up on my email, broker@manniestrans.com.
CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Running miles every day, keep me free of stress. Travel in your own lane, there isn't any traffic. Moving quick and strategic, gotta secure the package. Gotta take it and make it more than what it's worth. I came up from the bottom, used to be in the dirt.